blow it up and start over. That's the only way you're going to save Detroit. You could feel the grief and pain that was coming from that statement. How do we provide positive experiences? How do we ensure they have the resources and opportunities? How do we ensure that that never becomes a thought? My name is David Merritt, and I'm blessed to be from Detroit, Michigan. My parents started the Straight Gate International Church 46 years ago. Watching them dedicate their entire lives to the well-being of other people made a tremendous impact on me. I had friends that had challenges and hurdles that were things that I never even had to think about. And so was able to go to the University of Michigan. God blessed me my senior year with an idea to start a fashion company that was focused on giving back and making people happy. And it was through that experience, and I would say the failure of that business, that really helped us define how we wanted to impact youth here in the city of Detroit. And so that's where Meritt and Give Meritt were born. At that time, every 26 seconds, a kid in America was dropping out of high school. And so we created this really innovative model to use fashion as a way to impact that. A program that would increase the access that young people had in the city to college. And so that's where our FATE program was born. We started that back in 2011. And this is our 13th year of programming, working with Detroit high school students. FATE is now an 8 to 10 year program, starting with 9th grade students and following not only their high school graduation, but also their college graduation. The program is heavily steeped in entrepreneurship, marketing, creativity, problem solving. So each year the students are on these capstone projects working for our fashion company, the for-profit side of the business. If a student goes through the 4-year portion now, graduates, is accepted to any sort of post-secondary program, we now promise students up to $20,000 in college scholarships and just serve. That's what kind of gets me up in the morning is how can we make an impact on someone's life. One of our definitions of ministry is when divine resources meet human needs through loving channels. And so we are always trying to be those loving channels no matter what we're doing.
My name is Thomas Burke, and I was born and raised in Detroit, Michigan, but I currently live in Jackson. My grandmother was a professional musician, and I watched my grandmother give youth in the neighborhood where we lived at free piano lessons every Tuesday. I watched her, I've learned from her, and giving back is something that we are all of us are supposed to do. And that's how I am actually built. I started working at the Michigan Department of Corrections right here in Jackson at Jackson Prison on July 1st, 1985. Because what I experienced were younger offenders coming in, ages 14, 15, and 16. That was the most horrific time in my career. And I looked at them as being the victim of circumstances. They had no chance to become successful. The idea of Save Our Youth came into light. The goals initially was to work with the children of the incarcerated men. It started off with going to the movies, going to the zoo, a ball game, but most importantly, we had time spent one-on-one. It gives me a chance to learn from that student. There's a bond between me and that student. There's a closeness. A robotics training program. The students have to learn to program these robots after they insert the microchip. It takes baby steps to help a youth that's broken to understand that they have a value to bring to the world.
Just nothing like it. Being able to sit across from a student and have a conversation and to build those relationships.
Once I can see that youth understands that, I know Save Our Youth has done their job.
We still see the gaps. Until we see those gaps dissipate, we'll still be here doing what we do.